Hello, Cambridge, and welcome to What's That About, where we answer all your questions about the pressing issues of the day, brought to you by CCTV. We spit more facts than Billy Joel, and we didn't start the fire.
Never mention that song again, Max.
Bike lane zoning, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, Marjorie Decker, River Bend.
No. Okay. Our first letter comes from Raj on Garden Street. Raj asks, a few days ago, the city council held yet another vote to try to stop bike lanes from going in on Broadway. Is this fight ever going to end?
No, Raj. We will always be talking about bike lanes. We've always been talking about bike lanes, Raj.
Maybe it's time to do a roundup on the city council. It is an election year, after all.
Wait, Julie, let me. It's time for our annual Summer Council Roundup.
Calm down.
I love the Summer Council Roundup. Our first topic is, yes, another attempt to delay bike lanes on Broadway. Take it away, Julie.
That's right. As we covered last year, the anti-bike faction on the council voted to delay bike lane construction on Broadway until the end of 2027, saying that they wanted the city to find ways to replace parking spaces that would be lost. Except in an Orwellian twist, anti-bike lane but ardently pro-prostitution councillor Paul Toner didn't want to call it a delay and got mad if he did.
Right, but in a display of bureaucratic competence that seemed to confound the anti-bike contingent, the city staff quickly proposed a method to increase parking supply by allowing private businesses to lease their spots to the public. That, in addition to the 3 cycling deaths last year, likely led to another council vote moving completion of bike lanes back up again to the end of 2026.
That's right, Max, but on June 16th, in a turn of events that shocked no one, anti-bike councillors once again introduced 2 new policy orders intended to delay or kill the bike lanes again. However, bike lanes finally seem to have won out on Broadway as councillors voted 5-4 to continue with construction plans.
Remind us who the councillors are that are trying to kill the lanes?
Paul Toner, Denise Simmons, Kathy Zusi, and Aisha Wilson. Patty Nolan initially voted to delay bike lanes last spring, but once the city's report came out, she was back on board. But now we are happy to report that bike lanes are actually under construction on Broadway as we speak.
So now we can at last put bike lanes behind us, right? They're finally going to fulfill the original vision of the Cycling Safety Ordinance and implement protected bike lanes citywide with no more delays.
Oh, Max, you sweet summer child.
What?
On to our next issue. As we reported in May, wealthy landlords are sitting on increasing amounts of vacant commercial space in Cambridge, with vacancies doubling over the past 5 years. The City Council, led by friends of the show Vice Mayor Mark McGovern and Sambal Siddiqui, along with Aisha Wilson, pushed to bring the largest owner of empty real estate in Harvard Square, G.K. Chan, to testify to the council about his plans for his Harvard Square empty properties, including the old AMC Theater complex on Church Street.
Right, but Councillor Paul F. Toner and some other members didn't want to make it personal with Chan, and instead asked the 10 landlords that have held vacant space for 5 years or longer in Cambridge to come talk to the council. So did that happen?
The policy order from Councillor McGovern asked 10 landlords to come in and present their plan to fill their vacant properties, but only 3 did. Mr. Chan, unfortunately, ignored the request.
So just politely asking a capitalist to show up and talk to the people's elected representatives didn't work. Weird.
No, but there's not a lot else the council can do under current state law.
Well, they could seize property by eminent domain, right?
Technically, but that is legally fraught, especially when going up against powerful billionaire and his lawyers. The city did seize a neglected property on Bishop Allen Drive back in 2016 to build public housing, but that's still being held up in the courts 9 years later.
Starting to think this whole capitalist society we got here, where everyone's beholden to a few weird billionaires, isn't working out so well for us little people. Again, weird.
Maybe not, but one thing we can do to affect positive change in Cambridge is to vote in council elections. This November is an election year, so every seat is again up for grabs.
Oh, that means candidates are already pulling their papers to run for a seat, right?
That's right, Max, and as of July 5th, every incumbent is planning to run again except one, Paul Toner.
Is that because he's about to be convicted for patronizing a brothel? I bet it's because he's about to be convicted for patronizing a brothel.
Yes, it's probably because he's about to be convicted for patronizing a brothel. In fact, just this morning, July 7th, he finally announced he will not be running.
Well, I'm sure he wants to spend more time with his family if they aren't too pissed off at him for patronizing a brothel. Are there new candidates that are running to unseat the incumbents?
There sure are. Some returning candidates are Aya Al-Zubi, who was one of the last candidates to be eliminated last time, Elizabeth Bezio, Dana Bolster, and Robert Winters.
I have some thoughts about some of those names. Some good thoughts and some bad thoughts. I would not want to prejudice our fan base with my opinion, however. I just would mention that Robert Winters was a proud fan of virulent gay bashing group Libs of TikTok until he found out how much it was going to hurt him in the last election. People might want to know there's a candidate in the race that liked to retweet a stochastic terrorist account. Robert Winters.
Indeed. They might want to know that. Some of the interesting first-time candidates are pro-housing advocate Ned Melanson and anti-multifamily zoning proponent Zion Sharon.
I again have thoughts.
We'll save them for next month, Max. We will be covering the city council campaign in greater detail this summer and fall. We even plan to interview a few of the new candidates to find out where they stand on everything from affordable housing to inclusionary zoning.
I get it like A to Z. I figured that out because I'm smart. Not like everybody says.
I knew you could do it, Fredo.
And this has been another great edition of Summer Council Roundup. I think that was our best summer roundup yet.
Probably because it's the only one we've done.
Is it? Or isn't it?
It is.
Well, nothing matters, Julie, so I'm just going to carry on as if we've done many summer council roundups. Many.
Until next week.
We'll see you first.